What is up? Welcome back to the channel. So, in our last video, we made our ability to write to Firebase useful by now being able to pull from Firebase. So, we are able to send stuff, we were able to see the stuff, and now, for whenever things aren't spelled correctly and we have to fix it, we're going to go ahead and be able to remove it so we can go ahead and type it again. So, the plan is, now we're going to remove. So, right now we can go ahead and do angular, but I misspelled it. I'm verbally typoing. Everything is going wrong, but we're gonna go ahead and misspell some other words. Chicken nugget buckets. Yeah, chicken buckets. That's what we meant to say. I press submit. It shows up, but shucks, I spelled it wrong. I don't know why I have this weird energy right now, but we're recording this video, so frick it, we're doing it. So now what we want to do is we want to actually just go ahead and add in two divs. So inside of, or actually we could probably get away with doing a single div for this, because all we're realistically doing is adding a button that is going to be an X button. So we're going to create a div inside of our class of blog posts, and we're going to create a button inside of said div. And just for simplicity's sake, we're going to say it's an X. And we are going to now give, let's see, what do we want to do here? I'm being dumb. Chicken shits. Edit out this part. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to our h2 tag, and we're going to go ahead and give that an ID. So we're going to give this an ID of post dash title. And then we're going to actually go ahead and give our p tag an ID as well. So we're going to do post dash body. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a function that sole purpose is to remove the post. So we're going to do remove post. And what this is going to do is essentially this is just going to say, hey, Firebase, we don't like this anymore. We're getting it out of here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a this.firestore.collection, because we're going to this collection of blogs. And then we're going to go to the document with an ID of title. And then we're going to say delete. However, right now it does not know what title is, so we have to make it understand what title is. So, first things first, on the button itself, we need to add a function, so we're going to add a click event. So on click, we want it to run remove post. Post. I know how to spell. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pass in the title of the document that we actually want to edit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do post dash title, and then what we're going to do is inside of the remove post, because we are sending something, we have to be ready for something, so we're going to do post dash title, and we're going to give it a type of HTML head element. And now what we want to do with that is we're going to go ahead and do post, or we're going to create a new variable. So it's going to be a const of, let's call this title, is going to be equal to post dash title dot inner HTML. And I just realized that is not going to like that, so we're just going to leave it as post. Post dot inner HTML. So essentially what this is doing is it's collecting post title. We're actually just going to go ahead and leave that as post. Actually, yeah, we're just going to leave it as title and body, just for simplicity's sake. And I'm slightly dumb and I messed it up when I was typing this out, but we're just going to roll with the punches anyways. So just give it a single thing. I believe it's the dash. I think that's where things just got a little clunky there. But we're going to ignore that and we're just going to keep on rolling. So now theoretically, so we have a title, we're collecting that title, we are sending it to our remove post function, we're passing it through. Now that it is in, we are converting it to a string, because that is the only thing that these understand. They don't understand what HTML is because it's backend, right? So you're going to blogs, you're going to this particular document, and then you're removing it. Super straightforward. So what's happening right here is I made a slightly dumb decision, and in case you didn't notice, it says post instead of title. And I spent way too much time trying to fix that, and yeah. So essentially in that process, what I did was I swapped right here. You will see I swapped the h2 tag to a label tag, and then I actually swapped back to an h2 tag, then I swapped back to a label tag because I can't make decisions on my own apparently. So basically, if you do go with the h2 tag, it'll be HTML header element, and when you're giving it a type, when you collect it inside of remove post. However, if you are leaving it as a label, it'll be HTML label element. Same exact thing applies where you're using post.inner text because you're still collecting the inner text of the tag. However, if you are using label, it's label element. If you're using h2 or head element. So just make sure you fix that because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm fixing this in editing. Yeah, that happened. I can't believe I just did that. Anyways, you should like and subscribe. Alright, cool. Luckily I can fix that with the magic of video editing. Alright, so now theoretically, now that we have this correctly done, what we're going to do is we're going to head on over here. And so you have Angular, broken spelling is fun. But maybe not so much. So I can press this X button, and wazam, it's gone. First try.